and welcome back for episode 6. Today's topic is diets, low calorie, and what Rachel thinks about it.
Me?
And us too. But before we get started, we're gonna talk about another icebreaker questions. All right, this one's a little bit.
You didn't prepare me for this one.
You go first.
Well, we can go first. We can go first. So the first question, this one's kind of tough. This is from Camacho, Jessica Camacho. This was for you. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind, or you want to be remembered by?
I went first last episode.
All right, I'll go.
I want to hear yours. I won't steal yours.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So I talked to Miranda about this, and we just kind of talking. It was like, hey, there was this question, that kind of just got me stuck because it's a deeper question. It's not just like, hey, what's your favorite color? So me and Miranda, we have a friend. He actually married us, and his daughter is actually Miranda's best friend, and I believe he's 52, 53, but the way he acts and the way he moves, he's almost like a 30-year-old man. And for me, he is just an inspiration to me that he can be that type of person even though he's 52 years old. So what I want to be remembered is that guy. It's like, hey man, Kurt's 55, but he's still doing all this stuff. He's running around with the kids and doing this and that, and he's still young at heart. And it feels like that's something that I don't want to lose, is to stay young at heart and never become, I guess, an old soul, I guess you could say. So if you ask me to do something, I'm always for it. And that's what, if I'm at the funeral, well.
At the funeral? You'll be there, Kurt.
I'll be there in spirits. But I would like, and I would love for people to say that about me. It's like, hey man, he's awesome with the kids. He's 65 years old, still running around with the kids.
I love that.
That's just me, But
mine's. I thought you were gonna be a lot more serious than that.
What serious?
That is serious, but I thought you were gonna say something. Dang, there's a lot.
You want Rachel to go first?
I'll go. I don't want to be as serious. I want to be cool too. I want to be remembered as a Christian first. And kind of Spencer was. I want God to shine through me, even though I don't do a great job all the time with my words, because I kind of behind the curtains. I kind of stumble, and Kurt sees that all the time, and we kind of let our tension go in front of each other. And at home I do. Sorry, Selena. But I want to be remembered somebody that that works hard. Somebody that if you are around me, everything has always went the right way for me. Things that I wanted to be, things that I wanted to do, but that wasn't the end of the story. But somebody who's continually trying to push myself, not only for myself, but my family and everybody else around me. And then just bringing joy to everybody at the end of the day. I want to bring joy to people's life and make them happy, and doing that by being helpful or just shedding light on their life.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Boom.
Hashtag.
So cute.
All right, Rachel. You had 2 minutes to think about
I
that.
think that I would like to be remembered by the person that is the go-to or helpful, kind. I never want to. I always want people to feel like they could come to me because I'm always going to say yes, or do everything to the best of my ability, or go that extra step if somebody asks me to do something, or be there for them, or I just never want anybody to not have help, and just want to always make sure that everybody knows that they have somebody.
Cool. All right.
Camacho, why'd you ask that?
That was good. That was good.
Yeah,
That was good.
Finally, a serious icebreaker.
All right, so Rachel, I know we sometimes we have a lot of especially women. I don't know why. I think the topic today is just women. But we have a lot of people sometimes coming up.
For too long. That's
we have a lot of especially girls. It's hey, I'm doing 1,100 calorie diet. Oh, I'm barely eating. I'm eating 800 calories, and I still haven't lost weight. What do you think about like that, and
So
just in general?
the best way that I can sum it up is that, like, if you're eating less calories than is ideal for your body, you're going to become metabolically adapted, meaning that you're eating less than you need, right? So you would technically be in a deficit, which is where you would be losing weight. But your body's not going to let you disappear. So you can't be in a calorie deficit forever. Like, you can't just shrivel up like and become nothing. So eventually that very low calorie is going to become a new maintenance for you, which puts you in a really hard spot when you eat just a little bit more than that.
Right. And if you want to lose more weight, you have to eat lower than that.
Right, even lower. And that's just
which is impossible.
Right.
You know, you can't even go out anymore. You're eating like a rabbit.
Have zero energy.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Can't
totally
can't work
lethargic.
out.
You probably have poor sleep. You probably have no sex drive. You probably have whacked out hormones. Like, just all
Take
things
notes.
that you don't want. You know, just all the things. So, eating enough food is just it's a good thing. Food is good. I like eating. Like, I want to be around people that, you know, you want to be able to socially go out and enjoy it too. Like, there's a social aspect to eating.
Compare that to working out, and maybe you're like how much you eat compared to, like you said in the last episode, like how much you work out.
So I lift weights probably, aside from the last 2 weeks because my life was weird. I'm lifting weights at least 5 days a week, and then doing like a fun workout 1 day a week with a rest day. So I'm eating on average like 23 to 2,500 calories a day, because I want to be able to drop into that like below 2,000 range and like lose some weight if I needed to or wanted to, not whatever. But because I'm eating enough, so as soon as I go down just a little bit, like the weight comes off. So I just try to keep myself always up in that place because I don't want to become metabolically adapted to having less than I ideally need. And because you're lifting weights, your metabolism speed up, like I said in the other episode. Like, muscle is expensive, so you need calories to just keep it on your body.
Right.
I was just looking at the board.
Crap, I forgot what I was gonna say.
So wait, we were talking about like food in general, and just like most people not really knowing how much you're eating. So you would know if you're not eating enough if you are eating low calories, like 800, which is crazy. Even like 1600 is super low. You'll know that that's too low if that's what you've been doing and you aren't losing any weight or seeing any changes in the gym. Like, if you're putting in the work and nothing's changing, like, you're probably just not eating enough or the right
You about to go?
Yeah, I was gonna say, or you're telling me that you're doing 800 calories, you're tracking and everything, but during the weekend, you're just splurging. So like sometimes I can't really take people seriously. Sometimes like I want like something like I want you to show me something. You know, I can't just go by what you say because it feels like your memories, you know, as like days goes on, like the memory a little bit is not as good, I guess you could say. Like, you think you're eating good, but you're not. But when everything's on paper, when you're writing notes, right? Like when you're in a classroom and you're writing notes, you're just like, okay, I'll remember this, I'll remember this. And then like 5 days later, you're like, crap, what was that again? And then it's gone forever. But if you write it down, it's still there. So I think sometimes, it's like a tricky situation, or like, do I believe this member that they're eating 800 calories, you know, for a long time? Or you're just eating 800 calories for like 3-4 days.
During the week,
And then you'll just splurge and drink 10 drinks, 5 drinks.
Beach day.
Yeah. So, I mean.
Yeah, alcohol doesn't really, I mean, it's fine. But if you wanted to get healthier and lose, you know, excess body fat, alcohol's not your friend.
Skinny fat.
Or you get skinny fat. Yeah.
All right, so we have the InBody scale here.
Yeah.
Right.
And people get their BMR, right? What about the people who eat less than a BMR, which is basically
Crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Like,
Well, so your BMR is just what you would need to survive.
In
right?
24 hours, at
That
rest.
doesn't even take into account your activity.
What you're doing, right?
yeah. So talk about. I know this is like very simple, but hearing it from a woman is going to help. Hopefully, somebody out there, at least one
Yeah.
person. Talk
Please.
Yeah.
maybe short term. Same thing. Short term, long term effect of eating less than your BMR.
You're never going to be able to put muscle on your body, which again, I think I said that last time, is an insurance policy,
Yeah.
like for your longevity. Like if you're not eating enough, you're never going to be able to put muscle on your body. You're going to have a high body fat percentage, even if you are at a good body weight. Like if you weigh 130 pounds or 140 pounds, but your body fat percentage is above 30, that's an unhealthy range,
Right.
even if your weight is okay.
Right.
So you need to, adjust some things in there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Makes sense to you guys.
If it doesn't make sense,
Reach out.
write a comment.
One, I want to ask you about your juice cleanse that you got going on at Pro Juicery since we got you here. And I've seen a lot of people on Instagram. We'll get there in a minute.
The fans, they want it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
I didn't mean to make that face. It's a good.
She just left work, so of course she's not trying to go
Yeah,
back.
all I do is juice. Well, I can talk about that while you think of your other
Go ahead,
question.
yeah.
So when we juice, basically, it's not a replacement for eating real food, but basically all I'm doing is taking out the soluble fiber. Everything else is still in the fruits and vegetables. So the water, the nutrients, all the vitamins, the insoluble fiber. That might be the other way around. No, I don't remember. But the insoluble fiber or the soluble fiber is still there. Take out one of them. Anywho, but all your nutrients are still in there. So the fiber that we take out is the one that you have to work to digest. So with that taken out, the nutrients get into your bloodstream really, really fast. So it's basically just skipping a step and you're getting like a really good blast of easily digestible nutrients. And if you have like toxins or if you're like backed up and stuff, like it kind of just helps things get moving and flush them out. And if you like suck to eating vegetables that day, like it's just
Makes
an
it a lot
easier
easier. Right. Just
way to
chug it
get
down.
them in. Like,
Plus,
just
they
a
taste
big-
good too.
And and they
Yeah.
taste good. It's just like a good balance between a fruit and a vegetable, or a mix of them in a drink. And like every one has their different benefits depending on what's in it. They're super hydrating. But yeah, if you're gonna cleanse, that's basically what you're doing, is just drinking tons of juice so that you can still get all your nutrients in with giving your digestive system a break. Because sometimes we are like throwing, I don't know, just a lot of crap at ourselves, especially like not even internal the toxins that we're consuming, but like the outside toxins and stuff. Like we're constantly just in contact with all that. So it's nice to just take a break, juice.
Juice it up.
Yeah, that's all.
That's it.
But still eat your calories.
Well, unless you're doing the cleanse.
The cleanse.
Yeah. But if you're gonna just grab one like I do during the day, like it's just in addition to my lunch or in addition to my dinner, or a replacement for your morning coffee. Maybe.
Nothing.
You do. Like, a lot of people do that because you get that really good blast of nutrients. so
I'd
you
rather
feel a
do- I'd
little
rather
bit
do that than
energetic.
coffee.
Yeah.
Kurt, you've been on a caffeine binge
His
this past
girly
week.
drinks?
Hey.
Not a girly drink, Bang.
No. I only had one bang. That was Friday. That's Friday.
I got in trouble for going
He
to
likes
Food
the
Lion
girly
for Bangs.
ones.
I go to the grocery store.
I
just-
do. Give me like cream and sugar, just a little bit in there. It's more of a treat for me than, just like, I need to wake up.
Tastes good.
Yeah.
So anything else you want me to say about eating food?
Anything that any woman advice, because clearly we don't understand women. Men, we're stupid, apparently.
It's hard to convince
No, it is hard. I have a
women
hard
to
time
like
with
eat a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, if I eat more, I'm gonna get fatter.
Yeah.
You
Well,
might
yeah.
temporarily
Yeah.
gain weight, but once
Yeah,
you can
right.
get that balance of like gaining muscle, then the body fat will start to
Start to
come
lose,
off. So
right.
then like your body composition will just change dramatically after that. So
As far as like macronutrients, give me like your percentage.
well,
what
for
you-
women, it's really important. Most people are not eating enough protein. It's the most satiating macronutrient. You need it for longevity. You need it to build muscle. High quality protein, obviously.
For everything.
So you want to aim for like 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So for me, I'm aiming for over 100, like ideally 120. It's hard to get there. It's really hard. You have to plan ahead. Like you really have to think about it. So it's like, eggs, grass-fed beef, Greek yogurt, organic chicken, turkey, hemp seeds, other seeds, wild caught fish. Like sometimes I'll have a shake if I'm not great at eating real food that day. But that's like the most important thing. And then for women, it's also really important to have a lot of healthy fats, because your sex hormones are literally made from healthy fats. So avocado, olive oil, coconut oil. So like if you're having breakouts, if you're having issues around that time of the month, like if you have mood swings, like all of that is meaning probably that your hormones aren't doing what they're supposed to do, because they can't.
Rewind this, watch it again.
Because they cannot do what they're supposed to do. So
I thought
lots of
mood
healthy
swings
fats.
were just part of being a woman. I don't know.
No, it doesn't need to be. You can be a little bit more, and like nutrients like magnesium and zinc are super important. So make sure we're getting those in. And then carbs, it's just that like kind of depends on the individual.
Right.
Like self-preference or
Yeah, I mean,
body
some
type?
people do well with more, some people do well with less. If you're working out a lot, you're gonna need more. It's also like a good form of recovery. But the source does matter with those two. Just touched it.
Pregnant women.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of pregnant women working out, pregnant women.
Oh, you can totally work out.
Nutrition.
You can do everything that you were doing before you were working out after you get pregnant. Don't try anything new. Like if you were in here doing, your lifting and your ABTs, and now you're 12 weeks pregnant, you're not going to go on like a handstand journey. Just hang out, do what you've been doing. It's safe. You want to keep your heart healthy. You want to, just keep your overall mobility and body healthy, especially those pelvic floor muscles, for during and after having a baby. But I mean, obviously until the belly gets in the way, then you can back it off, but just nothing new. But you can totally still come and sweat and work out.
I've seen like sometimes like in YouTube or like Instagram, like I'll see like this woman, she's like 30 weeks pregnant, and she's still squatting like barbell.
Really?
Yeah.
But you can like see like
You can. Your belly will get in the way.
Wide stance.
Yes. Yeah. So it'll limit you physically, but it's not gonna harm you.
But she said that she was doing like about 50% of what she was. She
Right.
used to do.
Yeah. You'll have to back the weight off.
But obviously, like in the comments, people are like, "Oh man, why are you doing that? That's abuse to your kid.
No,
And
it's not.
That's not healthy."
You're just maintaining your health is what you're doing. So.
Fun fact. So when I started
You were
working.
pregnant?
Oh no.
You were pregnant?
Yeah, I was pregnant. When I started working here and started making members do jumping jacks, I kept wondering why all these women kept running to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had
happens.
babies and
Yeah.
had to go to they can't jump a lot.
No, they just been
Yeah,
drinking
no,
a lot of
jumping jacks
water.
are the worst for that. I mean, not that I've even had a baby, but I'll understand one day. But
I like
it
that.
happens. It's totally normal. It's just part of being a woman.
We're going to see you.
Welcome.
Be right back.
Yeah.
But
We're different species, so being a woman is totally different.
That's
you guys
all I
got
got.
anything else?
Let me know if you have any questions.
All right. That concludes episode 5. Rachel, Kurt, Spencer tuning out. See you guys soon.